What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to my channel. So I want to be going over a couple of things. This video, it's my next installment of Fish Tank Fridays. So if you're tuning in, this video is going to be how to set up, and it's going to be about filtration, more filtration this time, and it's going to be about the Aquatop CF500, how to set it up. So, welcome back. If you haven't just joined in, this is your basic setup. You're going to have your pads. You're going to have your standardized blue pad, which is your coarse pad, and you're going to have 3 of these really fine pads. You're also going to have your charcoal, and you're also going to have your bio nodes that come with it, and you're also going to have your bio balls, which are these little guys. And then here are your 1, 2, 3, and your 4 baskets. You also have your green hose that comes with it. You also have your UV sterile light, your lamp here. And then that's pretty much it, really. So how to put it into operation, it's very simple. What you're going to do is put the blue one in, and I'm doing this all with one hand, so I apologize up front if this video is kind of shoddy. Put the blue one in first, followed by your second one. Make sure that goes in there. And then you're going to go ahead and set that in first and foremost. Alright, the second one you can do anything you can go with. Any other types of bags in there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put our next form of filtration in, which is going to be our carbon. Just put that right in there. And like I said, this is what comes with the actual Aquatop CF500. These bio nodes. They're really not, if you look at them really closely, they're really not that porous. But anyways, we'll work with what we got. Go ahead and put these in there. We will put these next, which is the bio balls. And then we'll go ahead and put these on top. And then we'll put, last but not least, our filtering pad. Okay. And once we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and make sure that put it in there nice and neat. Just one-handed. And just lock the tabs on it on the side, and you're good to go. Once that happens, and all you're going to do is you're going to connect your 2-piece here for your input and output, and then you're going to use this green tubing, which will come like this from the factory. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. And then this is your on and off switch for your UV sterilization. That'll make it a stage 5. So, a lot of people have been asking me if I go and use this type and why. Well, first and foremost, I'll tell you why. It comes with the UV light. uh, it has an advantage over some other sterilizations, and then you can also add to it, and you can make it that much better of a system. So what I did was I actually adapted and made it a better system. I found out how the system flows. Each individual canister filter is different from each company. So this one, I'll explain to you how it works, and then after I explain how it works, then I will go ahead and break down how it should be upgraded. So, okay, so basically you're looking at the undercarriage of the actual impeller itself, and then as we turn over this way, that's where the actual light itself goes through, as well as where the water goes through as well. So what initially happens is the water gets sucked through gravity fed, and it pushes through, and it goes from down all the way down there, and it gets pushed through the actual layers of these actual bins. When it's getting pushed through these actual layers, it's actually being cleaned. The thing is, people don't realize is when this system comes from the company, they kind of sort of set you up for failure. And I'll tell you why. The reason is this pad here is really fine, as well as this pad here is really fine. These will probably get clogged up within a matter of weeks to a month. You kind of really don't want this, depending on how you look at it. This is more of the type of filtering pad that you want. Number one, you can wring it out easily. See how porous that is? That means you can wring it out and still reuse it for a later time. Another thing is, when you actually, people don't know this, or some people may have, but when you actually put this tray in here, you can't really tell, but you actually have space between the actual tray itself to the bottom of the actual canister. So what I did was, instead of having two different types of places where the actual beneficial bacteria can leach itself with the bio balls and or the bio nodes, or bio rings, whatever you wish to call them, what I did was this. I just grabbed the rings and tossed them inside just like that. Separated them. As much separation as you can. And I have extra ones, so I just end up going and grab those real quick, and I'll put more in here. But that's actually how much space you have. You have literally the space between the bottom of this canister filter to the actual top of the tray. About that much space. So that's relatively good. Now you can actually use all that space. So I'll go ahead and put more bio balls in there real quick. And there you go. I pretty much covered the whole bottom area of the canister at the base of it. So now you have a good area where when the water rushes through and it hits this bottom area first, it's going to push through. As it's pushing through these bio balls, remember, you have to remember that the water tries to go at the least passive resistance. So what this does is these bio balls actually change. It changes the waters. Oops, it changes the water's path of resistance because it has. These guys have different patterns on them. Okay, so it's gonna automatically change the water's path. Then what's gonna happen is it has to flow from there to the first actual bin itself. So the first bin, I'm going to show you exactly how I upgraded it and how you should try to upgrade it. So basically what I did is I put the initial filter pad in there. The blue one, it's a coarse, it came with it. You can see right there. Compared to this one, you could feel the difference. This one is coarse, so this will pick up all your big particulates. This will pick up your medium particulates. Okay, and then we'll just go ahead and grab it and we'll set it in right there. Then we'll grab the next bin itself, and I've already pre-cut this. This is my other filter pad. I've actually ordered this. It's pretty awesome. Just the way that the actual pores on this one are able to pretty much. This is the actual fine filter pad, and we'll go ahead and put that in there. And you could still reuse this. And basically that's taking out your big, your medium, and your fine particulates before it hits your chemical media. You don't want to have your chemical media or your biological media to be extremely caked with biological media. I mean, you want to have a good colony of beneficial bacteria, but you don't want to have a lot. As far as like just crazy muck and additional stuff there. So what you're going to do is, instead of using this charcoal, because I'm extremely against it, and I don't like using the Aquatops Bionodes because they are not porous, or at least not as porous as other ones. I'll show you what ones I've upgraded with and why. So then my next actual tray is going to be set in there, and I'll go ahead and grab these. I upgraded, ended up getting zipper bags online for like, so it was like $5 for 10 of them. Pretty big bags. As you can see, it covers the majority of the space. And we'll just drop the other one in there. And basically what we're doing is just trying to cover where we know the water is going to go through as much as possible. Once that's all done and said, that's our chemical. And this basically is just ammonia. I end up going with just an ammonia type of remover. It's by Marineland. It's really relatively inexpensive. And then we'll go ahead and go with the solid gold. Here's what I like to call it. This is the Biohome. Probably the best stuff you can get on the market. Never I almost never attempt to skimp on this type of material. And then what I end up doing is I have a polishing pad, and I'll put the polishing pad slightly above it, so that way any other finer particulates that may try to come through it. And then I'll end up using this, last but not least, the holy grail, as I like to call it, the 7-ounce bag of Purigen. And the reason I use Purigen is because it takes out ammonia, nitrites, and nitrates. I try to keep it in there long lasting. As the water goes down, it's going to come right back up through the levels of filtration. As it does that, hopefully it's not being caked on with all the bigger aspects of the particulates. And then at that point in time, the water will come back out and be put back into your aquarium by your output for your canister filter. So I hope this was informational. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are, what you use for your filtration. This is what I use for mine. I've actually done a lot of studies in this, and this is probably one of the best setups, I believe. I have to do a shout out to the Pond Guru. His initial upgrade of, I believe it was one of the Eheim canister filters, and I kind of caught on to that, and I just upgraded as needed with using different types of filtration and or filter pads. So that's what I do. I'm always upgrading, always trying to help people out and to help them utilize their systems faster. So now you have an upgraded canister filter along with UV sterilization. So I hope you guys like this video. Thanks for watching, and happy Fish Tank Friday. So this is the final upgrade, would be your braided lines. Get yourself some braided lines for your input and output, and they are non-kink. They work really great. And you can actually see the flow come in and out of your aquarium via these two lines, instead of using that traditional green down there, which I do not use anymore. Just something for you guys to take into consideration when you're upgrading your aquatop, or if you're upgrading your Sun. It's the same exact setup. So thanks for watching. Take care and happy Fish Tank Friday.